Hey, what up, this asset marketers? Today we're going to be talking about InfinityFlow. It is an all-in-one, lead generation to CRM to marketing automation to all-in-one, right? So, it's a very very powerful tool. But before I dive into InfinityFlow, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more digital marketing and e-commerce content. Here we go. So here we are in InfinityFlow. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that's going on in here. You can, make and receive calls in here, right? You got to, get a phone number, and then it can then be connected into InfinityFlow, right? So there's a couple of, and then you can create a call flow. You can add, products and services to sell as well. Okay, so we're going to be jumping into this individually. So firstly, I like to jump into the settings. There's a lot of payment gateways right here. You got Stripe and PayPal, Authorize.net, and some other ones in here. There's AI as well, so you can connect Dialogflow as a chatbot, I believe. And then you have email, so you got SendGrid and SMTP email, so you can connect your own, or you can also use their email server as well. But then they will there will be a fee that you have to pay for that. And then there's Twilio for phone. You got SMS, right? So these are the providers for SMS, and also Facebook conversion API in here. Okay, so you can create multiple roles as well, and then your API keys in here, audit logs. Okay, let me see. Okay, preferences. So there's lead scoring as well, because there's a marketing automation tool in here, right? And then you can set up your marketing email address right here. You can create multiple tags for your contacts. Okay, so the first one would be your chat, right? So what happens is that you got to create, you can jump into your inbox. You can create an inbox. There's a couple of inbox that you can create. You can have a website widget. You can have Facebook, Twitter. These are coming soon, so it's not available yet. So what happens is that when someone texts you on Facebook Messenger, you are going to have it in the inbox right here, or through Twitter, or through WhatsApp, or through Google Business Profile as well, emails, API, Telegram, and Line, right? So you can connect through all these different channels. Okay, so I have already created one, which is this chat inbox right here, which is, let me just jump over here. It's a chat widget, so I have actually installed it on my test site right here. So that's how it looks like. Okay, I think it's not the best looking one, but I think it works pretty well as well. And then you can put in your email, so there's sort of like a chat bot in there as well. Okay, and then you can set up everything in here, the tagline, your avatar, which you can put your logo in, your website name, your domain, right, your heading, tagline, widget color, channel greeting, and so on, reply time, and then collect emails, whether you want to enable CSAT, customer satisfaction survey. Okay, and so on, right? So once you're done, you can just save. You can have collaborators as well, so multiple agents can handle this inbox. And then you can also set up your business hours, right? And then pre-chat form and the configuration, right? So this is the script. You just copy this and paste it on your website, right? And then the widget is going to appear. Okay, so and then you have your email inbox here as well, so you can set that up, right? So every different channels, you got to set them up individually. Okay, then you just need to, for the email ones, you just got to forward those emails into this email address right here, and then those emails will start appearing in your inbox. Okay, so you can also send messages, right? So you can send emails out. You can just grab your contacts and then you just start sending out emails from within InfinityFlow itself. Okay, so you can also set up, can response team, right? So can response will be like, you can add a short code, so that when you enter those short code, the this text is going to then appear. So it's going to help you to save time when you are sending out replies. Okay, so you can see the message that comes in right here. Okay, which I just sent. Okay, then you got themes and labels as well, so you can put that in. You get reports as well, what's going on, who is handling what conversations. So this is all very useful information here. Okay, and then you can see all your contacts in here. You probably want to set up your forms first so they can collect leads, so you can embed these forms on your website. You can send them as a cloud-based sort of landing page right here. So this is a template that I have. Okay, you can change you can embed this on your website, or you can have it connected via API as well. Okay, right. So these are the ways. Of course, you can edit the forms. You can have pages forms. You can put in different fields, right? So yep, so pretty complete solution, I would say. Yes, right. Okay, and then once you have your form, you can then connect it to marketing automation, which is right here. Okay, so you can have what's the start. Okay, so what happens is the trigger is a form submission. So when people submit a form, it's going to add a tag, it's going to add a contact, then send an email to them, and then redirect them to a particular URL, then deactivate the contact form flow. So that's the entire flow right here. So you can set that up. You can have these are CRM steps. So that means you can let's say you add a contact, you can then create a pipeline item, or you can score the contact, things like that. Okay, so that's for the CRM. You can also connect the data service, so you can look up the cell phone carrier and so on. You can have a custom API that goes out, or Zapier webhook, or Pabbly webhook, or fire a pixel, or trigger the Facebook conversion API, things like that. Okay, and then you can also do conditional logic right here. And then messaging will be like sending an email, send an SMS, or set an opt-in status. Okay, but of course you can also use like Pabbly Connect webhook, or Zapier webhook, or custom API to sort of trigger certain messaging as well, right? So maybe let's say you are triggering WhatsApp API, you can use one of these. Okay, so you can create your own marketing automation right here, right? And this is very powerful, I would say. And then you can also set up your own calendar right here, so you can connect your calendar. Okay, so I did not connect it, but I believe you can have your own I think sort of booking calendar in here, if I'm not wrong. Then this would be your pipeline, so you can use this as a you can create multiple pipelines, so you can use these pipelines as a CRM or also as like a project management as well. Then payments, right? You can see everything in here. You can set up your products or services right here, and then you can set up invoices from here. You can set up coupons, all that in here, and you can also create websites, right? So for example, this one right here would be the website that I have. Okay, so you can publish the site, and then you connect your site address, and then you would have your own website right here. Okay, and then you can switch between the different pages, right? So you can create sort of like a funnel as well with InfinityFlow right here. Okay, and then lastly, maybe we jump into the website builder a little bit more. We just edit this and just kind of show you what you can do with the website builder. Okay, because I would say that overall InfinityFlow is not the best UI, but it's feature rich, and it's actually very useful for let me just kind of go to this page right here. Okay, so let's give it some time. Okay, so they don't have the best UI, but they have a lot of the necessary features that most people will require. Okay, let me just sort of reload the page. Okay, because I may be using too much resources. So, okay, it's refreshing the page now. That's a good thing. Okay. Okay, the home page might be lagging a little bit. Right here. Okay, so this should be fine now. Okay, because this page has less content, so you can create a section. There's some template blocks, right? That you can just kind of click and add them in. Okay, there we go. It takes a little while to load. Okay, so you can create great looking websites with InfinityFlow right here. Right, just click and you can insert the the templates that's in there. Individual blocks wise, these are what you have, right? Which is actually very a lot of stuff actually that you can use, right? Buttons, and then you can sort of change the buttons and so on as well. Okay, so like you can make it rounded. You can set your own, a lot of options right here. And I will say that with InfinityFlow you can really build a very nice website as well. Okay, and then next is tracks. So let's see what tracks is. Okay, so tracks will be like sort of lead generation process. Right here you can connect your contacts, or you can have your calls coming in to create contacts, and it's sort of like some kind of internal automation right here. So let's say you want to use forms to create contacts. Okay, Okay. Right. So what happens is that you can then have a flow. So what this tracks does is that when once you create a flow, you can connect them together using the tracks. Okay. So you know uh you know you know how the flow kind of works, right? And then next will be the phone. So as I mentioned, you can make calls right here. Uh, you can receive calls from here as well. But this will lock all your calls and messages, if, you know, analytics in here, right? So you can look at all your numbers, okay, your phone numbers in here. You can set different extensions. So there is some sort of like a IVR in here as well. So let's say someone calls in, they are looking for a certain a particular salesperson. They will enter the extension, and then it will be directed to them. Or there's also voicemail in here. There's the call logs. You can upload audio files, audio recordings, so you can browse through them again for your you can certain calls, so you can keep those call logs, right? And then conference rooms as well. Okay, so I guess pretty much that's all I have to share about InfinityFlow. It's a very very powerful tool because there's so much stuff in there. Of course, I can't show you much in depth, but with like the website, you can it's very very customizable. A lot of elements that can add into your website, a lot of templates already pre-built that you can add into your website as well. So you can build a complete website, great looking website with InfinityFlow from there. And then you can then generate leads coming into you. You have the pipelines to manage everything. You got your marketing automation. So it's a very complete solution, I would say. The only thing that I can sort of criticize about InfinityFlow would be their UI could have been much better. Okay, but otherwise, feature wise, I think this is incredibly powerful, and they're offering it at a great price, I would say. Definitely, I think that a lot of people would love this. Okay, you got your shared inbox, marketing automation. I think the biggest selling point, in my opinion, is the marketing automation, the website, so you can build a landing page or whatever to get started, and then you can move on to having a website as well. And then you got your CRM. Everything is all in there. It's great solution, I would say. So I guess that's all I have to share about InfinityFlow. If you enjoyed this video, do give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about InfinityFlow in the comments below. Lastly, if you know anyone who could benefit from InfinityFlow, be sure to share this video with them. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.